Good morning. I am actually walking away from Jogyesa temple. I think it's just Jogyesa, thinking about it, because I think Sa means temple. The big thing is that there's like this crazy celebration that's going, and I'm somewhat in a rush because I'm trying to make a tour that starts at noon and it's 11:30. So we'll see if I make it or not. I'm so hoping I make it because I just left a celebration. Like, they're having a party at the temple right now. There's like a whole orchestra. There's singers, like operatic singers almost. It's really cool. And like, I do quite wonder if I'm making the right choice, being that I'm leaving an event to go to, I mean, obviously to make a tour, but I do want to make this tour because I want to go to the Hanok village. I'll say that, like, the event, I thought it was just a regular praying time, but like when I entered, the place is amazing. They have this really nice like bridge and like gate to enter for pedestrians. It's a different entrance for cars, and you enter, and then they have all this like greenery which they are able to like change up, and they made it into the shape of like anime characters and dinosaurs, and it's really neat. So anyhow, that's just the beginnings of it. And then there's some folks that are in traditional Korean attire, and they're going around and I think helping people. Like, I think they're temple helpers. And then there's actually some snacks that they're selling. Now, on my way to the temple, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get food or not. So I ended up going to 7-Eleven real quick and picking up some bread and some coffee. Luckily, the temple is actually selling, wow, roasted chestnuts on the side of the street smell really good. Sorry. There's a lot of this like street food going on right now. Really nice. But they're also selling street food at the temple, and one of the things they're selling was kind of like this bun with a red bean in it. Oh, I am totally underexposed right now. One second, I'll be right back. I'm going to take off the ND filter that I have on here. In the back, I'm standing in front of actually the train that I need to be going to now at this time. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, I think I was talking about the red bean, right? So they actually have like a seller of red bean, and the cheapest coffee I've seen for an Americano or coffee was only it was less than $1. So I sat down and I actually ate there and drank there, and I stayed quiet. I didn't really want to talk too much because they were praying. So it was going blasting out over the overhead, and it was I mean, it was pretty good. Like, it was pretty busy for the temple. Overall, it was a pretty crazy time. Now, like I said, I was sitting there eating, and all of a sudden this like orchestra popped out. I don't know where they came from, but they just all started walking onto a stage. The praying came to an end. Everybody started standing up and bowing. Then all of a sudden it was just like, it was a performance going. They started and stopped quite a few times. They were practicing and tuning, making sure everything was going well. It's gonna be awesome. Like, it sounded great from what they were doing already, which is really nice. My train is almost here, so I might actually have to stop recording because you're not supposed to make too much noise on the train. Luckily, I'm like by myself currently in this like area. There's not too many folks around. Man, I do hope that this footage comes out clear. It's like this DJI. I don't know what's up with its autofocus, but anyhow, going back to the temple. The main temple has 3 Buddhas in it, and I don't know if I was able actually to capture that because they had a lot of it blocked off. But there's 3 Buddhas, and everybody was praying in that little area right there, and they actually had it like fenced off for, I think, either like Buddhist or elderly folk to be able to pray there. And there was an uneven amount of older folk to younger people there. Like, I was one of the few of the quote-unquote younger people, if you want to consider me young still. But it was really nice to see that people were still going there. And, you know, there were still young people there, even though I said that there's less of them. And so it was kind of cool to go see the whole thing. Like, overall, I don't know if it was the event or if this is just every Sunday, but it was worth checking out and totally worth going to, and it's free. So, you know, not bad for the temple that is the leading temple for Jogye. Jogye, Jogye, the Jogye sect of Buddhism here in Korea. Yeah. Oh, a little history behind it. I was reading before I leave here. The Jogye temple was actually built quite a while ago, but this isn't the original one. It actually burned down and they rebuilt it, and they actually named it, I think it was like Guangxi or Guang something. I'm gonna go with Guangxi. I'll put it on the screen here if there's a better name for it. It wasn't until they tried to do a restoration of like Korean, making things back to Korean, and that's when they changed the name to Yongyo, and that's when it was updated. So anyhow, it's totally worth seeing, and I will check you out probably in the next vid.